Hi, this is Tranisha Cottrell, and today I wanted to talk about Won't He Do It? So, this is probably not going to be like a regular video because I have been up since 4 o'clock in the morning and it is 12 o'clock in the morning, and I really need to get some much needed rest so that I can have my beauty sleep, so I can be ready for church in the morning, all the other things. So, while I'm on here, I had something coming in the mail today, and I was telling like some friends and family members, hey, I might not be able to do like anything for Christmas this year. And I know that sounds like really like a lot and over the top, but when it comes to being a good steward of my finances and things like that, regardless of what anyone else thinks, I need to make sure that I'm pleasing God. Like I need to make sure that regardless, I'm doing what I need to be doing so that God can bless me with more, so that He knows that I'm actually being intentional and trying. And so earlier today, I'm just like telling people like, hey, I'm going to do everything that I can. I'm not going to really be able to do anything this year. I have all these things going on. I have a lot of changes that were made. Like I'm moving, not moving money, but there's different things that happen with like career wise and with my entrepreneurship, and I have like avenues and things that have been changing and things that have been happening in my life. But there's a few things, like there's 3 bookings that happen this year, but they're not until next year, so I don't have the money from that the until I go there. Like it's one of those things where I make a profit off of, after once I perform, I get paid. And so I can't make any money off of it until the event happens. And so it's like one of those weird situations where it's not like I'm not going to get paid. It's just that I haven't gotten paid yet. And so like even when it comes to like my career and everything, like I've done some changes, like moved to another position, and you're probably thinking, okay, well if you got a promotion, if you have a better position, then why are you saying you can't do Christmas? It's because I don't know if you know this, but whenever you move from one job to another, the pay, your pay is like 1 to 2 things behind. And unlike most people, like I don't play about my finances at all. And so, so when it comes to me being a good steward of my money, I'm not just trying to be like splurging. I'm not just trying to dip into savings or whatever else. And not saying that, savings is like something that's not for emergencies, like when something like that does happen. But it happened right around the holiday season, so it's not like, oh, I could have prepared for it or it could have been a little different or anything else. And it's not that I'm in a position where I couldn't do something. It's just that I want to make sure that people know that my well-being is the most important thing. Me pleasing other people is not important. And I want to make sure that like this season I am I'm more worried about being there for the people that I love than trying to get them something that they're going to forget who gave it to them next year anyways. And I don't want to like lose sight on what is so important in life, like what's really important in this holiday season and during Christmas season. And I don't want to just say Christmas, I just want to say during this season, just like the one pastor said, because we can't focus on just one event. We need to really focus on Jesus. And I know it sounds like crazy because, Christmas stems from Christ and all the other things that people, theologists and other people who study the Bible, or people who, base their life on Christmas or whatever else. And I'm not saying that it's not great to listen to Christmas carols and bake cookies with your family and like do all of these holiday things, ice skating and whatever else. That is amazing. Listening to Christmas songs is fun. Singing along to the songs that you heard growing up is fun. Spending time with your family and opening presents, I'm not going to pretend like it's not fun. I also don't want to lose sight on the real reason why we celebrate the season, why it's so important to us. And I don't want to just give thanks to God on that one day. I want to give thanks to God every single day of my life. So I'm not just focused on, okay, this is, the during winters when Christ was born. So this is, the day that I'm just going to all of a sudden give more thanks to God. Like I'm giving thanks to God every single day. And I don't just only appreciate it during the season. I appreciate it my whole life. I appreciate it from the time I rededicated my life to God until the day I take my last breath. I want to make sure that I'm always being intentional with my life, not just for a day, you know. And when it comes to family, spending time with family, being around people who love me that I love is what matters to me the most. All of my family being there to share this Christmas with me is what matters to me. I don't care about any of the presents or any of the other stuff. Like, is it nice to get things? Yes. Is it nice to give things? Of course, you know, giving is biblical. And I do love seeing like people, the light in people's eyes, or like when people get excited about getting something that, you know, they really like, or the surprise that they get from not knowing what it is. I do think that's great. But I also don't want the main thing that we're focused on to be like, well, I got this person 6 gifts and they got me one, or I got this person 10 gifts and they got me one, or they only got me this, you know. And sometimes people do suck at giving gifts. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying that I want us to focus on the intentionality behind what people are giving if you are getting something, and being thankful for the things that you are getting, because they could have gotten you nothing. I don't want to be that person that says that, but honestly, like, and you giving, you should be giving with a joyful heart, a cheerful heart, not giving from a place of, oh, well, I got them this, they better get me that, you know, or I got them this, so usually they give me nothing, you know, or whatever else it is that you do or say or whatever else. But I just really want this season to be based on spending time with my family and the people that I love, and getting to see their faces, being around the Christmas tree that my grandma decorates, and she puts all of these ornaments on it. It's so, I don't even have my phone in here to show you, but it's amazing. It looks like something off of a Christmas show. You know, it's got like a bunch of lights, and every room of the house is decorated, and outside and inside, you know, and it's just amazing. It's like walking into the North Pole or something, you know? And it's just amazing. And the moments that I love in Christmas the most, like, of course, receiving gifts or giving gifts is fun, but the moment that I appreciate in Christmas the most is having all of my family around me. It's talking to my friends and seeing the faces of people light up, seeing people like giving, willingly giving, like walking around and seeing people in the Christmas spirit, and or the spirit of the season, which really I feel like is something that we should be intending to do anyways. But during this season, for some reason, when I look around, you see more people who are trying to do good. There are still bad people in the world. There's always going to be good and bad everywhere. But being able to see like people really be grateful, people really be excited about giving something to someone else, is like the thing that I appreciate the most about the season. It's not just about, you know, I'm going to get 200 gifts or something, you know, like it's nice to get something, but it's better to have like my family and friends healthy and loving each other and being around each other and joking and laughing, you know, and chestnuts and eggnog, you know, and the whole nine is just what matters the most to me. I don't know if it's age or what, but I don't really, I mean, I can't say I don't care. I care about giving gifts, you know, and giving something to people because I want to. I just don't like the feeling of feeling forced to give something because you have to give something, because that's what this season has become. It's not it's not just about giving because give it's better to give than receive. It's about just seeing how much you can get when you give. You know, like that's the part that kind of really makes me feel like it befuddles me, you know? And so I was getting ready for bed. That's why I look like this. And I had to blow dry my hair like I had to do like a quick blow dry because I try not to put a lot of heat in my hair, but I'm noticing that my hair tangles really quickly because I have like a really kinky curly texture hair, and so I really needed to wash my hair because this was like week 2 or 3. I think it was week 2 because it is every other week I wash my hair. But I was gonna stretch it to 3 weeks so I can wash it the weekend before Christmas, which when you see this video is probably gonna be like Christmas Day or the day after or something. I don't know. It depends on how the videos line up. But I haven't done a length check or anything. I want to turn to the side, but you're going to see how crazy my hair looks right now because I had to blow dry my hair in sections. So I sectioned from ear to ear so that I can split this in half, and then I'm going to do my kinky twist stuff or whatever. Yeah, it's like it's already, you see how poofy it's getting already? Like look at the ends. It's already like curling a little bit. And I literally have just parted it. So I gotta hurry up and start braiding my hair. And I put it like in this ball. I put it in different sections. So I have like one, two, three, and then four. But it's not gonna go like that. I'm gonna, of course, like do, I probably will, I'll do down the middle. I'm probably gonna do one of these, and then I'm gonna have the middle section. But I really like in this one video how this one girl had it where she did like, I think she did like this instead of like this. And so it was like a triangle instead of like a square, like like a box. It was just a triangle right there. So I might do like the triangles right here for the two pieces. And then I'm gonna try to do like a lot of different braids. Like instead of me doing, I think my normal braid pattern is like 20, like something like that is how many braids I usually have. It's not a lot because I usually like to take it out really fast. But since I'm doing twists, it shouldn't take forever to take them out. Like it'll be a lot of them, but it won't be like, oh my gosh, it's like individual braids back in the day would take like a couple hours to take out, a couple hours to put in. I don't want to do all of that. And so, and I've never done this before, so we're about to see what this looks like tomorrow. It'll just be a guess. Like your guess is as good as mine, but I um I looked at one video like back in high school, my first time doing individuals on my hair or ever doing anything like that with my hair. I looked at this one video and then I was like, I'm gonna try that, and I did it. But I'm like one of those people, and like just a little backstory, my whole family does hair. So I guess it's just one of those genes that I just picked up on. Like I could see someone do something like when it comes to a hairstyle and right away I know exactly how to do it. It's not like, and not like in a boastful way or anything like that. I'm just saying it's just one of those things that's really easy for me to pick up on. Like anything that's creative is like super easy to pick up on, you know. And it's not that I'm not going to mess up or like I've done like a twist out one time that looked horrible. No, I did straw curls. It was like something I saw with like bobby pins and straws. Oh my gosh, it looks so horrible. But it's one of those things where depending on your hair texture, depending on how long you leave it to dry, like it was a bunch of different factors that would have ended up giving you the result, like would have gave you a different result. So I had nothing to do with that. But anyways, I'm getting ready for bed. That's why I'm in my satin lounge pants with my wife beater tank top thing, looking all extra comfortable with my hair tied up because I was like, I want to braid my hair before I go to bed, but I needed to take a shower and wash my hair. And I didn't want to wash my hair, then braid it, then take a shower. I was like, I'm going to try to braid it because I'm using like this kinky twist hair. So the kinky twist hair is like, it comes with three in a pack. A lot of people have been talking about it. And I have always wanted to try kinky twist in my hair, and I tried like yarn twist and a few other things, but I've never tried a kinky twist because they were small, and I was like, don't nobody got time for that. But I feel like I have the patience to do it. I want to try it. I mean, it's already 12 o'clock. I don't know if I want to stay up until 3 and do it and then go to church, but my church service down here doesn't start until 10, so I could wake up at 9, but that still only gives me 6 hours of sleep if it takes 3 hours to do this. So I'm kind of like, it's like one of those things. Or what I could do is start on it. This is like a little tell, but I could start on it. I could do like the back portion of my hair, spend about an hour or two on it, go to sleep, wake up at 9, so I could have exactly 7 hours of sleep, which would be perfect. And then I can, do my whole like yoga thing with my Christian music and then get ready for church and leave. Like I could do that. I was gonna travel to this other church near me, but I think that depending on what happens with my hair, I might just wait and maybe go next weekend because they're having a thing like a Christmas ceremony at the other church that I was planning on attending tomorrow. So I'll probably just go then, unless God is like, hey, I need you to go today, or something, to this specific church. Because I was going there because I went to this event and I saw a pastor preach. I mean, he wasn't preaching, he was teaching. And the way he answered this question kind of spoke to my soul. Like, I could feel God moving in me, like I was like, God, I think I want to see, what this is about. Like, I really want to attend to, like, hear the message. And it's not that I don't hear the message at my church and I'm not like in something where I have to be there on this Sunday or next Sunday, but I also like to attend church every Sunday. So if I go to the service there, I could still dial in to my service because we're still doing it via phone and in service. So I wouldn't necessarily be missing my church at all. I would be going to both services like I did the other Sunday and the Sunday before that. I just decided to do both because I really wanted to go to like this thing that the other church in my area was having. So I I know that sounds like overkill, but I really do like to stay in the word as much as possible because it's really tempting out here. And there's a lot of things that go on, a lot of things that, it's there's things that I wanted that I didn't get, but I also want God to know that I'm still here. Like I still am focused on him. I still want what he wants from me. And even though sometimes I don't understand, even though sometimes it hurts, I still know that God has my best interests. And so I really want him to see that I'm dedicated to living the right way. And I'm not saying that you attending church, several church services makes you a good Christian or makes you a better person. I'm just saying for me, this is what I have to do for myself, for me to stay focused, for me to feel like I am giving God a portion of what he gives me. And so like that's why it's important to me. But for you, it could be something different. God could be moving you in a different way. And so, anyways, I hear this pastor talking about how he's answering this question. I don't want to give too much because you might know exactly what I'm talking about, but I go to this thing and he answers this question, and the way he answers it, not only is he answering the question, but he's teaching you as he answers it. And he breaks down, like, he uses biblical, like, words or like things from the Bible to corroborate his sayings or his teachings. And I think it's so amazing how God's using him to be able to teach other people the Bible. Like, and I know like most pastors teach you so that you can learn and you can have a better relationship with God and learn how to go through and discern things in the Bible or really like read through and really understand what it is that you're truly reading so you can study it and things like that. And the way that this pastor broke it down, I would really love to see like his service, like go to one of his services in person, just to like really kind of gauge the knowledge, really just sit into like, because I'm always seeking to understand and learn more information. And I'm not saying I have to go to one pastor or another. I can go to all of them. I don't know, but but I really felt led to be there last Sunday. And I was like, God, if this is you, wake me up on time so I can get there because I was doing something and I went to sleep in enough time to have like 7 hours of sleep again, but I was so tired. I slept like, well, God woke me up what I thought was late, but I was on time. Like if I would have gotten up at the time that God woke me up, I would have had about 20 minutes to get ready and leave and still get to service on time. And I was like, 20 minutes probably doesn't sound like a long time, but I could take a quick 15-minute shower, start the car up, and leave. Like, as long as I don't have anything I have to iron or have to do like something with my hair or something like that, I'm good. And so I really could have made it, but I was like, oh my gosh, it's too late. It's this time and it takes like 2 hours. But really, if I would have left when I left, it would have took an hour and 45 minutes. But with traffic, maybe 2 hours. So the 2 hours would have put me on time if I would have, or no, it was 2 hours and 15 minutes is what it was showing or something like that. And I was like, oh no, I don't have enough time at first. I was thinking I don't have enough time because by the time I get there or by the time I get up, I'm not going to have enough time to get ready. But even if I would have got there at one time and had to get out of the car and was like a minute or two after the service started, I still would have been fine. You know what I'm saying? But I really would have been like a little bit early because it wouldn't have taken that long to get there. I mean, as long as it wasn't like horrible traffic or something. And so I go back to sleep, and like 15, 20 minutes later, God wakes me up, and I'm like, why does it say that I would make it on time now? Like, it's saying that I had an extra like 20, 25 minutes to get there and on top of the 2 hours. So I could have made it. So I missed an opportunity to be there when God was telling me to be there. And I kind of beat myself up about it, but I really didn't do it intentionally. I really felt like I was going to be late. And I don't know if it was like, I felt like I was feeling like content. And then I felt like something telling me like, you're not going to make it on time. Like, don't even go. And I know that was just the adversary trying to stop me from whatever it was that I was going to learn that day. But I think there's like a way to view the message from that Sunday. So my intention is to still listen to the message because the message needed to be heard by me, because for whatever reason God was going to use it to help me in my life, or to shed some light on something that I had questions about, or whatever else. And I don't ever want the adversary to ever feel like he has the upper hand, or he has a foothold in my life. I want him to know that no, it's all God. Like, I don't know who you are. Sorry to that man. But seriously, like, I really just want to be intentional and do the right thing. And I want God to know that it's not just that I did it because I didn't feel like driving. I really wanted to go. I just really I took a moment and hesitated in a time that I needed to just be obedient and go, and I didn't. And so I was worried at first, like, God, did I miss an opportunity to do this, this, and this? And after I had a little bit of time, God told me, no, this is not the end. Like, there will be another opportunity. And you just have to be willing and obedient, and listen to what it is I have to say. Like, take a moment and really just grow your relationship with me so that you can really hear me more, so that you can really understand what I'm saying, and know when it's me, instead of having to take unnecessary time to decipher. I mean, there's going to be times where I'm going to have to take time to discern whether it's God or not. But at a moment like this was a moment that I needed to just go and not hesitate. And I hesitated. That's why I did that video called Hesitate, because sometimes we can block our own blessings and we don't even realize we're doing it. But let me get to the point while I'm here. Why I'm here, because I went on and on talking about all this other stuff and everything else, and I say excuse this, but nobody really cares. I'm the only person that knows. But so I said, like, I took a shower, washed my hair and everything else, because I didn't want to wash my hair and then go and take a shower afterwards, especially if I was planning on braiding my hair. And so, so of course, I just did my 3-step skincare program and went to sleep. Like, I mean, went to sleep. And I did the cleanser, the toner, the moisturizer. And so of course there's absolutely no makeup on my face. So I was gonna say something about it, then I was like, nobody really noticed or cared. So it really didn't matter. But I still said something about it. So yeah. But this is why I look like so natural, I guess, because I literally just lotioned up. I always, after a shower or a bath, have to lotion everything. Like, I have to make sure I'm completely moisturized. I have to make sure that like, my skin is so soft right now. And it smells so good. It smells like, I don't know what that scent is. Why am I smelling myself? I smell like rose flowers, like roses, and I don't know what the other scent is. Rose something. I don't know. But I got this Dove rose stuff, and then I have this exfoliant it's like sensitive skin. It's an exfoliating moisturizer, but I already use the moisturizer in the rose Dove scent. but the other one is just like a like clean scent. It's like kind of like when you're taking a shower and you smell like Irish Springs or like I don't want to say Dial, probably not Dial, but when you smell like a regular Dove is what the exfoliant smells like, and then the regular moisturizer smells like Dove soap. And so like I literally just just moisturized, exfoliated, and then put like lotion everywhere because I want to make sure that even when I go to bed in my dreams, like I might meet the person in my dreams. I might get a job opportunity in my dreams and I need to be prepared. Just kidding. No, but I just don't want to wake up with dry skin. I want to make sure that I'm taking care of my skin like morning, noon, and night. I want to do whatever it takes to make sure I'm taking care of my mind, body, and soul because I only get this one. I don't get several others, even though there's other theories out there. I really truly feel like I need to appreciate everything that I have and I really do try to. Like I really take my time making sure that I am really doing everything that I can to take advantage of everything that God has given me, you know? And so so what made me do this video cuz I keep on going on and on, but my hair is just like slowly humidity is like making it just start to poof up. It's just one of those things. I would like to pretend like, it just, I can handle it. And it, like, look at that. Look at all that poof. It's like, it's like, no, I don't want to be blow dried. I'm like, okay. But what made me want to hop on this video is I was going through Christmas season, and because of like me going into a promotion, and of course you got to wait for checks, and the checks and stuff have come in, and things have happened, things have been moved around. I ended up purchasing something that I didn't think I was gonna get, but then I needed to get something, so I ended up getting it because it was one of those things, and so because of that, Christmas season was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get you anything, but I mean, I knew I could do something, and I'm very creative. So what I planned on doing was doing like homemade things, like people used to do back in the day. Like I would make people probably, pillows, purses, whatever it is. Like I wanted to make things for people that would be something that people could use or that they would like with the materials that I already have here for my business or things that I do personally for myself that I could give to someone else in my life. So I wouldn't have to spend money and I can save and, all of these other things while I am redoing my budget and all of this other stuff because I went grocery shopping one week, 3 times in one week. Nobody needs to do that. Like, I understand going grocery shopping and forgetting something, but I don't know what in the world. Like, I went grocery shopping and then I was like, I don't know if it was like I forgot something. And then like at the end of the week, I was like, oh, let me go ahead and get something else because I haven't went grocery shopping this week. Like, I don't know if it was one of those things or what, and each time I went, I spent around the same amount. So I was outside of budget. And I was like, what in the world? Like, and going through like all of my receipts and everything else made me really take a look at it and be like, no, I need to make sure that I am being a good steward of my finances. I cannot allow, like, I don't know, like, yes, I do decent and things like that, but just because you do decent doesn't mean you spend every dime that you have. Just because you can afford something doesn't mean you buy it. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to make sure that I am being a good steward of my money because I want God to know that He can trust me with that. He can trust me with the things that He's blessing me with. And so I'm doing all that and I'm telling people things and I'm really being intentional. Like this past week I have been really drilling down trying to do the best that I can with my finances, with budgeting, with being a good steward of my money, with being obedient to God, like especially when it comes to giving or serving. Like even when I was thinking, oh, I can't give anyone else a Christmas present, God put on my heart to help like a group of people. And I haven't done it yet. I did go to the place to intend to do it. And they said, you can't do it today. And just because I can't do it that day doesn't mean I will not do it. I'm still going to do it. It just won't be yesterday because I couldn't sign in then. But I will be able to sign in. And I'm hoping to be able to bless some people for Christmas. And I know, like, hopefully my family doesn't watch this and they don't get offended because I said I couldn't get anything for them and then God tells me to bless someone else, but I really want to be obedient and these people really need it, you know? So I know it sounds so silly and crazy, but I know like that's where I need to be helping. And so so I do all of that. I'm about to cry. I'm gonna warn y'all because I cry in every single video, it seems like. But I do that and I'm being obedient and everything. And I get home and I open my mailbox and I open my mailbox and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what is this? Like, did I not do something for like my county? Like, is it something to do with taxes? Like what is it? What is this like thing that I'm getting in the mail? And I know I'm crying hard because I literally wanted to shout. If my daughter was not in the bed, I would have screamed because God is just so good. Like, let me tell you, this is gonna seem so tacky, but I put some post-its all over it to protect myself. But do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see this? Look at that. I literally, I literally open the mailbox and I check it. It's legit. And because, hear, listen, and verify for sure. Because you always have to have your back. You always have to be the one that looks after yourself, even when you're being vulnerable. You have to check and validate, verify. You can't just listen to what someone else says or what someone else gives you. You really have to check it out. And it's not that you're not trusting someone, it's that you're trusting yourself. And you have to have your back. So I I never expected it or anything. I know I sound so crazy and it sounds so ridiculous or whatever else, but when when I opened the check, God was like, tell them, like testify. Tell them how I blessed you. And I really like have to braid my hair. I got all this stuff that I have to do. It's so late at night, but I needed to be obedient and somebody needed to see that. Somebody needed to see that. I know I got my hair all tied up, like I have no makeup on. I'm in like literally satin pants with a black beater, getting ready to go to sleep with no makeup, no jewelry, and and my hair tied up doing a video because God told me to. And you don't understand. And I'm not crying because like I'm disappointed or because I ever thought that God couldn't do it. It's just I guess it's that spiritual amnesia thing that I'm talking about because you know how good God is and then sometimes you just forget how amazing he is or how he will always look out for you and bless you no matter what's happening. And I know, I feel like every time he blesses me, it's like even though I've messed up in my life, he still blesses me. Even though I know I don't deserve his grace and his mercy, he still continues to bless me and it is just so amazing. He is so amazing. And it's not just because of the dollar amount, it's because
every time I need him, every time I'm going through something in my life, every time I don't see how I'm gonna make it, or how I will be able to make it through anything, God always provides a way. Always. It could be a family member or friend comes up and says, "Hey, let's just go here," and they just treat me to lunch, or we go somewhere and, like, this has absolutely nothing to do with money, but one of my close friends knew I was having a hard time after, the breakup and some of the other things that I was going through in my life, and I really was having a horrible day. Like, it wasn't that I wasn't trying to be happy, but she could tell that, like, something was really troubling me, and she didn't go, "Well, don't feel like this because of this," or make me feel badly about feeling bad. She legit was like, kind of like, "I understand that you feel this way." And she did like the sweetest thing ever to really just like make me laugh or make me smile. And she was like, "I know you really like this, and I want you to have this." And it wasn't like something huge, it wasn't something expensive. Let me put on some lip gloss because I'm not about to go out like that. But it wasn't anything expensive or anything like that. It was just the thought. Like, she didn't make it about her or make it seem like it was like stupid of me to feel the way that I did. Like, she never made me feel like you have no right to be sad, or anything like that. She really was being compassionate and understanding and knowing that even though I felt that way, like, she showed that she really truly cared about me, and my feelings were valid regardless if she understood or not. And I was just so thankful in the moment knowing that I had someone in my life like that, that really truly cared about my well being, that really truly cared about me. And not everybody has that. And every time something happens in my life, every time I seek God first, He provides everything else. He really does. Like, we could sit here and try to pretend like we're the ones that do it because we're hustling and bustling, but we know it's God. Like, I could work 10 jobs and still not be able to provide, but I could have one job that God told me to do, and He will provide everything that I need. Like, you don't even understand. I get the opportunity to live in my destiny and help other people, and I've always wanted to help people. I'm getting the opportunity to write, and I love writing. Like, I get an opportunity to like see something and God to say, "You have it. Like, you can have it. I'm not holding you back from anything. I don't want you to just go and just be frivolous, or anything like that." And also know that this is nothing to me. If it's important to you, it's important to me, you know? And I don't know. I just feel like I'll never be able to explain how good God is. Like, you see me do this video, you see me share my testimony, but you can't feel the joy, the peace, everything that I feel with God in my life, everything I feel with God, like working everything out for my benefit. And I don't always understand everything. Sometimes it makes no sense to me. Most of the time, it makes no sense to me. And then things like that things like this happen. Like, I talked to God about all the things that was going on in my life, and I didn't complain and say, "I won't be able to do this. So, God, I need you to help me do this because I need to do this because this is what this is about." I literally said, "God, I want what you want. I want to be a good steward of my finances. I want to be the best version of me. I want to spend this holiday with my family. I just want to be the best version of myself that I can be." And even when I don't understand something, God, show me, what it is that I need to work on, what it is I need to do better, how I need to move through my life. And I don't like, I care about, showing people that I care about them, but I don't want this holiday to be that. I want to make sure that you are number one in my life no matter what day it is. And I wasn't even seeking I wasn't even seeking that. I just was being appreciative of the things that I already have, and God blessed me. You just don't understand how good God is. You just don't. Like, I have no idea how I made it without him before. I have no idea. And I'm gonna sound like I have nasal inflammation or something the entire video now. Or or some kind of sinus infection, because I've been sitting here like crying, bawling my eyes out, like happy tears. And so I'm just gonna say in conclusion, because I don't want to end up doing the whole video like this unless God is telling me this is what I need to do. But this is how I'm gonna sound now. So, in conclusion, when I say won't he do it, I'm saying won't he do it. Like, it sounds cliche. You hear people say, he's an on time God. Yes, he is. You hear people say he might not come when you want him, but he's always right on time. And they are so right. Like, they are so right. Like, you don't understand. Like, when I was transitioning between my jobs, the paycheck thing was happening because, you wait like 2 months or whatever before you get paid, because, I mean, not 2 months, you wait a month, I think, before you get paid, especially if you only get paid 2 days out of a month or something. So for an entire month, I had no paycheck. And I'm like, oh my gosh, God, like, I have these savings and I have this. And because I've done this, because, God was like, do this with this thing. And I was like, but God, if I do this, like, I have nothing. Like, I don't know how I would be able to. And then before I could say how I would be able to make it, I realized that God's got me. Like, if God is telling me to do this and I know that it's God, I need to do it, because he will make a way out of no way. And I do the thing, and I'm feeling like a little nervous, honestly. Like, I can't pretend like I was like, "Oh, I know God got it." I'm not nervous at all. I was like so nervous. And and literally 2 days before I needed to do something, God sent what I needed. 2 days before. Like, when I say on time, I mean on time. Like, whew. And then just like this check comes in, and it is literally 7 days till Christmas, you know, 7 days until the holiday. And I was legit just not even thinking about, you know, gifting or anything else. I was legit thinking just being grateful for the things that I do have, and just spending time with my family and appreciating who God is. And right on time, right on time, God sends me what I would need. And all I did was be obedient. I didn't, you know, like, you see people do like the most, and they're making it seem like God is someone that's like having you on some kind of scavenger hunt or something, and you gotta like go through some kind of boot camp. Like, he's not asking you to do all of that. He's just asking you to sacrifice, be obedient, and be willing to follow his lead. Like, that's all you have to do. Obedience, sacrifice, patience, following his lead. Obedience, patience, sacrifice, following his lead. Like, if you just rinse and repeat those four things over and over again, that's all you have to do. And God literally will provide all of your needs. He literally will will give you things exceedingly and abundantly above all else. Like, he he will provide.
And it could be emotionally, it could be like mentally, physically, it could be spiritually, it could be in an area of your life where you need it. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, he will always come through. And I don't care if you got spiritual amnesia today. Hopefully, this video reminded you that God is who he says he is. And regardless of what it is that you're going through, if God knows something matters to you, then it matters to him. He is not a God that he should lie. He is not the type of God who wants to just show you something and take it away. He's the type of God that wants to be there for you. He wants to be the type of person that you run to. He wants to be the person you call on. He wants to be the one that you talk to about your problems, anything that you're going through in life. You can get mad at him. I mean, he's God. He's not. You getting mad and throwing a little temper tantrum is nothing to him. That's you just being vulnerable and showing him how you truly feel, and he can handle it. And then if you can talk to him when you're mad, you can talk to him when you're sad. If you can do that, you can talk to him when you're happy. And if you're talking to him in all three of those stages, no matter how you're feeling, he will know that you have no trouble running to him, and your relationship with him will get stronger and stronger every day. So, no matter what you're going through in life, always stay focused on him and know that he is God.